Hey guys, it's K&M DIYs, and today I will be showing you how to make this DIY cute little headband slash animal ears, because they kind of look like animal ears when you put them on. But yeah, it's really simple, and I had a lot of fun making this, and I hope you enjoy. Let's get to it. For this DIY, you will need an old headband, some yarn of your choice of colors, scissors, glue sticks for your hot glue gun, a hot glue gun, and a fork. Okay, so I've just heated up my hot glue gun, and now what we're gonna do is, so here's the headband, and in the inside, just about right here, I'm gonna put some hot glue down there and stick the end of the yarn to it and kind of hold it down so that it stays. And this is the color of yarn that you will be using is the color of yarn that's going to wrap all the way around this and not be used for the pom-poms unless you want to. So I'm using just this gray fuzzy yarn. Get some of my hot glue and put it right there. So, okay, now it's on there, and I get the end of my yarn. And since I didn't go fast enough, it's not completely on, so I'm just going to add a little bit more onto the top to make sure it sticks. While that's drying, there is a little bit, as you can see, excess right here. I'm just gonna cut that off. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It kind of looks bad, but might go back after. So for the next thing, I am also going to put, so here's the inside, and I'm also going to put a little bit right here on the outside because we're going to wrap it around and you want it to stay on. And kind of wrap it tightly so that you know it's actually sticking pretty well to the glue. And no, we're not going to cover like the whole headband in glue while we're going around. We're just going to do little spots where we look like it's starting to get a little loose. So now I may as well just wrap it around a couple times and just keep going around the headband. And really it's up to you where you want to put the glue. I'm just putting it every few places. Yeah, this is starting to look pretty cool. It's gonna look that way all around. And even mine has like those little stick thingies so that it'll stay on your head better, but I'm just gonna go right over them. Okay, so I'm about halfway done. Awesome, so almost done, just a little bit left. Okay, so now that I'm on like this little last part of it, I'm just gonna put glue all on it so that I can just wrap it around it, just like we've been doing. And then when I get to the edge, I'm just gonna cut a good length just in case I'll need extra. And then I'm just gonna glue it back here just like we did on the other one. I'm gonna just kind of let it hang so that I can get some glue down. Okay, so obviously I'm not just gonna leave it looking like this. I'm gonna cut a little off. I mean, this is excessive. You don't have to put this much on, which is probably that because I cut a lot. But you can always just glue it down and fold it over, which is nice. Okay, now it's all the way completely yarned. So the second part that we're gonna do for this, I'm getting this purplish, light purple burgundy color, and I'm gonna need my fork. And for this, I'm not gonna need my glue gun, but I'm gonna keep it plugged in just because we're gonna need it later. So this color that we're using is gonna be used for the pom-poms. You can put on however many pom-poms you want on here, but I'm just gonna put two, right? One right here and one right here. So what you do, and it depends on how big you want your pom-pom to be, but so what you do first, you get a little piece of string. I'm not sure how long, but I like it pretty long just in case I wanted to tie it further. So I'm just gonna take about this much and cut it. And I'm gonna get my fork, and it's kind of hard to keep it there because of all the prongs and stuff, but just kind of lay it on there. And we're gonna tie all this around it. So kind of just make a cross type thing, and I'm gonna go around about 75 times, or if I want to, longer. So you just kind of wrap it around and make sure that it's getting over this thing, and go like all around the fork. If you want smaller pom-poms, then do a lower number, or just kind of eyeball it of how much, because this is 40 right now. And you can also do how wide you want it, because you could go up and down the fork more if you want, but I'm just going to do it at this size. About 115, and I think I'm gonna keep it at this. So what you want to do is, don't cut this off just yet, but get the the one string that you put under it and tie it really tight. I'm gonna tie it like 3 times if I can, and make sure that this, okay, here. So make sure that this last string that's staying on just stays down, and that it actually gets tied in. So I knotted it about 5 times. And then this, it doesn't seem too tight under, but that's okay. I'm just gonna cut this. And then you can just slide it right off. And then these are my 2 strings that I tied it with, but so there might be a couple like whole loop type thingies, and that's what we're gonna cut. So like with the hole, get the scissors, this is hard to show, get the scissors inside of the hole and cut. Do that for every single one of them, like in the loops. And then you can see it kind of turns into a pom-pom. And then there's little loops down here that you need to cut too. Just make sure you don't cut this string that's holding them all together. Okay, so I can see right here, this string is the one that's holding them all together, so I'm not going to cut that. But as you can see, some of them can you can easily pull out some strings. And just make sure to kind of know that the strings that you tied them together with, which ones they are. But now really you can do whatever you want with the pom-pom. I'm going to really trim it so that so that different ones aren't just poking out. And then we have our own pom-pom. and mine I'm gonna attach right here, but I'm gonna make one more before I do. Okay, so now I have made my 2 pom-poms, and I'm just gonna find, okay, so these are the 2 strings that tie up this one. These are the 2 strings that tie up this one. So we are going to attach them to here, but how we're gonna do that is with tying and with glue. So get the 2 strings that tie together your pom-pom, and these are gonna be the tying strings, and situate where you want your pom-pom to go. And the strings might not be long enough, like mine aren't that long. And this pom-pom is gonna be probably really wobbly, but glue is gonna fix that. So this is about where I want my pom-pom, so I am going to just tie it underneath. Under in here, this is where I'm gonna tie it. It's okay if you can't tie yours because they're too short, because I'm barely gonna be able to tie mine, so you can just use all glue. So the first thing I'm gonna do with the glue, so still get the 2 strands, get it situated and know which 2 are the tying strings. Put a little glue on the inside and press them down onto it. I put a lot of glue on mine, and I'm just gonna wait for it to dry on the bottom. Okay, so now that this is glued on the bottom, but it's still like flapping around, I'm gonna use glue to glue it down like this so that it'll kind of stay. I'm gonna put it on directly onto the headband. And then just kind of press it down. Then after it dries, you can just add more glue to wherever you want to add it onto. And then we'll clean up the extra little yarn. Okay, so I'm just gonna get the other side a little bit more to make sure it'll stay. So now that it's glued on, I'm just gonna, since it's a little bit messy in some places with the yarn, I'm just gonna kind of cut off some that are too long. And then you can just kind of puff it up to your desire, and there might be a little extra stuff, so just kind of make sure to do this and just kind of get all the extra little poofies out. And yeah, and this kind of shows like the ones that are too long, so you can cut off more. Okay, perfect. Now you do the exact same steps for the other pom-pom with gluing, or if the strings are long enough, tying on and then gluing inside, outside, and pushing down. And that is it. Here we go. It's your own personalized headband that you can make with just a few simple steps and things. I really like this. It's super cute. See? You know what it kind of looks like? It kind of looks like bear ears. Like a bear. Oh, I really like this. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like your new headband slash animal ears. If you liked it, then make sure to give it a big thumbs up and be sure to subscribe so you will be notified every single time we upload a new video. And remember, every single channel starts small. Tune in next week for our new video on Sundays. Bye!
That was mine.
Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh.
You.
This is so bad.
The rice is like plasticky.